Y'all like my new office? It's free. For the past like 6-7 months, I've been going through the weirdest transition of my life I think I've ever been through. I feel like I'm transitioning into a new person, but we do that every day without knowing it. So I guess it's normal that I feel this way. But let me give you a rundown of what I've been going through. 7-8 months ago, I moved across the country for a job working in creative. Now, this is my first corporate role. Like before this, I just strictly worked for myself and did some side gigs. And I did this and I took this opportunity for 2 reasons. One was because I felt a strong pulling on my heart to take this opportunity from God. Like when I tell you I prayed over this multiple times because I was so gung-ho on starting my own business and running with it. So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2 is because I wanted to test a theory. That theory was, does stability and security from a conventional job override my passion for individual creative work? My findings now 7 months later, although I love my job, although I'm really good at my job, is that it doesn't. Honestly speaking, I am a person who knows I am going to be successful. I know I am destined for greatness, as we all should believe, right? I have a stupendous amount of faith and belief in myself and the skills that I have been gifted with, that I'm going to do something grand. So although I love my job and I'm blessed with this opportunity and I'm still going to do everything in my power to make it work and to be successful in this role, I know it's not where my true passion lies. And I don't feel bad for saying it. And I don't think anyone should feel bad for admitting that maybe they're not passionate about something or maybe something isn't totally for them. I think that's learning and I think that's growth. So then you may be wondering, okay, if this maybe isn't it, then what is it for you? Well, honestly, I don't think I could tell you that completely either. I've been reading a lot lately and watching a lot of things and listening to a lot of people speak about success, savings, strategy in life. And weirdly, because I've never heard this before, I've been hearing a lot of move through your life with your skill, not your passions. You can be passionate about a lot of things, but at the end of the day, the skill is the thing that will lead you to sustainability in what you want to do. So I've been thinking on that for like the past couple of months. And what am I really good at? I'm really good at talking to people. I'm really good at listening to people. I'm really good at getting deeper in conversation. I'm really good at making new ideas with collaboration, teamwork. I know those are things that I'm skilled in. Things I'm passionate about, like fashion, sewing, photography, videography. These are things I am passionate about, also skilled in, but they ultimately come from a byproduct of being able to talk to people and get in new environments and being exposed to new skills and learnings. So I'm trying to lead with my voice and I'm trying to lead with conversation. I don't have a blueprint written out for what my next 6 months, 6 years look like. At 21 years old, I think that's okay. At any age, I think that's okay. As long as you feel that you are building something for yourself every single day. And I do. But now we're going to deep dive into the vision of things. The reason why I think it's okay to not have everything planned out like myself is because things change. Things change that are out of your control. Things change that are within your control. And you will always be pivoting throughout life. I see myself talking to people. I see myself connecting with people. Amongst my many other passions, if I were to sit down with you or anybody else and they were to ask me what my goal is and what my vision is, they would probably be confused by the end of the conversation because of how maybe spread out they think I am. But I think my main vision would just be to have a positive impact on the way we speak to each other, have a positive impact in communities, and to break the barrier, to break the surface with first-time conversations with people. For me, that's my goal. And so I don't know if it's easy for you to understand, but I don't have that mapped out exactly yet on what that's gonna look like, on where I'm gonna be, on how far I can take it. I think all I can do is truly thank God for giving me my gift of a voice, my gift of inspiration that I give to others, and for my dying gift of determination in everything I do. These whole past 6-7 months of me going through this new phase in my life, there were days where I was sobbing on my floor because I felt so scattered. There were days where I was sobbing on my floor because I didn't feel my work was being rewarded. There were days I was sobbing just because I felt stagnant. Those are not good feelings to have, but those are very common feelings when you're going through a time of transition. So when you're in your process as a creative or whatever work you're trying to pursue, when you're in your process, be easy on yourself. Know that if you are making plans and you execute them and they still don't look the way you want them to, Or if you make a plan and something fails, know that you are not necessarily on the wrong track. Know that when you're in your process of pursuing whatever it is you want to do, that it's okay to make mistakes, that it's okay to get a little spread out sometimes, that it's okay for things to be stagnant. If you have determination, grit, and a little bit of a vision for what impact you want to have or what you want to do, you will get there. I think my biggest caveat about this all is another theory I have been thinking about recently, which is you can't water 10 plants at the same time and expect the same growth. I'll consider my passions or my skills as the plants, right? If I have 10 things in front of me, some of the things I listed before, sewing, design, fashion, creative direction, photography, videography, if I put those in plants and put them in front of my face, I know that I cannot water them all at the same time and expect the same growth. So something I have been trying to narrow down lately in my life to maybe put me in a position where I can see a more clear vision is I've simply been trying to take my leading factor, right? My largest plant. For me, that's talking to people, right? That's my overarching goal here. By talking to people, I can pick that up and I think everything else will funnel through it. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I have my overarching goal and my passions that lie underneath. With talking to people, I move naturally into spaces where I'm doing my videography, my photography, where I'm getting some modeling jobs. If I water my leading factor, which is just talking to people, that will break me into rooms and already has broken me into rooms and spaces I never once thought that I would be put in. So again, I think it's okay to be passionate about several things at once. I am, and it's only benefited me in my life. But I think maybe I personally have to choose one and let the rest kind of flow under it. So that's what I'm trying right now. I'm really trying in life to be intentional about what I do, about what message I want to put forward. And I think I'm truly, just this past month, really stepping into that. I just want to spread love and good vibes and have a positive impact on this world. And I thank God for all the people I've met along the way that have helped me grow my skills and grow my passions and have broken me into new spaces that allowed me to connect with more people. I think my main mission derives from speaking to people and breaking the surface with people, because without people in my life, I would be nowhere. And it almost makes me emotional saying that, but it's very true. One thing my mom said to me earlier this year, or what she told me to ask people when they say something they've done or they say something they've accomplished, is to ask, who helped you? I don't think that question is ever asked. If I were to tell you I spoke in front of 12,000 people at my high school graduation, you would be like automatically, oh, that's an independent accomplishment. But who put me up there? My teachers that believed in me, my classmates that were okay with letting go of whatever ego they had and saying, hey, she deserves this. But it's people recognizing you in spaces and seeing you for your skill and your ability and your passion, and them helping you get to that overall achievement. People need people, and I pray to God that I can continue on this journey that I'm on because it feels so right. And I truly do feel something is about to change drastically in my life. And who knows, maybe it won't, maybe it will, but I'm going to remain on my mission because it feels right. It's about riding the waves of life, because I promise you they will never stop. Anyways, this video may have been all over the place, but I hope you get my overarching message, which is ultimately do not give up or sacrifice the things that make you you, the things that make you see life in color. Don't give those up for anyone or anything. And try everything. But remember your umbrella factor. That will keep you anchored in your mission and your intention and everything that you're trying to do. That's all your girl got. That's all your girl got. I think honestly, speaking outside, like I feel way more free. I feel more connected to y'all. But as always keeping it real. Read that right there. Read that right there. That's what you need to pay attention to. Peace, love, all that good stuff.